Esports World Cup, teams tier list. Here we go. So welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift, your #1 ALGS morning show on the planet.
That's a fact.
Let's address the elephant in the room. New haircut, who dis? Scale of 1 to 10, how's my haircut?
2.
Really? I don't like it. I don't like my haircut. All right, we're not here to talk about haircuts. We're here to talk about the Esports World Cup. All right, because we have 1 week left until the Esports World Cup, where the ALGS midseason playoffs will be played from July 10th to July 13th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which is going to be super awesome. So lots to talk about today, but before we get into it, the Esports World Cup tournament format is slightly different from what we're used to seeing. No winners or losers brackets and no group stages either. Instead, the 48 teams are split into 2 groups, or what they call pools. So we have pool 1 and pool 2, who will be playing a 10-game series. At the end of those 10 games, the top 7 of each group or each pool will qualify for the finals, while the 18th to 20th place will go to Aruba. And that leaves us with the 8th to 17th placed teams, who will play in the last chance qualifier lobby, which is another 10 games, and the top 6 of those last chance qualifiers will make it to the finals. Now the 7th to 20th placed teams will be joining the other teams in on vacation. Now for the grand finals, this will be played on Sunday in the match point format, which means that the first team to hit 50 points and then secure a first place finish in upcoming matches will be crowned as the winner. That being said, let's get into the tier list. Now to rank these teams, yes, we keep in mind how they've been performing in scrims and how their Pro League regular season went and has been going, but also how much experience that they have on the big stage. Because competing in the comfort of your home on your own setup is one thing, but then competing on the big stage in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people, and not on your own setup in a different environment is completely different. And players who have that experience at those types of events do have a significant advantage, more of an advantage than we realize. It plays a lot into the mental game. And so, yeah, we consider all of those things when we rank these teams. So without further ado, let's start with the bottom tier. Oh, I hate doing these teams. I feel so mean, but these are teams that I highly doubt will do well at all. Will most probably be early exits. Won't even see them in the last chance qualifier. They're just gonna KeanuJTV, Zero Tenacity, SBI Esports, RRX, EDG, Rival Esports, and Team Orchid.
Ooh, oh, they don't have him, you know. Yep.
Yeah, Luxford's the one taking over the IGL spot. Luxford, Cersei, and Rambo. So I don't think, no, I'd be very surprised. But hey, if you guys are listening, surprise us.
Although I do think Lux has good potential as an IGL. Cersei just being the fragger he is, and Rambo with the experience. So they could surprise us. I think they could definitely surprise us.
So unfortunately, these are very inconsistent teams, not the most experienced, and have overall been struggling a lot, whether it's in scrims or the Pro League regular season, or barely qualified for the Esports World Cup. So, yeah. Next is the mid tier, which are teams that we will probably be seeing in the last chance qualifier, but highly doubt that they're going to make the grand finals. Game & Gladiators, Furia, Virtus Pro, Crazy Raccoon, Amakoi, Sol Esports, Wolves, Unlimit, and Mousy Sports. These are teams that have had their great moments, but are still too inconsistent, still struggle quite a bit, either in scrims, either in Pro League. They're very up and down, which is usually not a great sign, especially going into a LAN event like that, where the stakes are a lot higher, the pressure's a lot higher. I really don't think they have what it takes to win it all at this current LAN event at the Esports World Cup. These are teams that we're going to see in the last chance qualifiers, but no finals. Then we have the could finals tier. These are teams that are sort of 50-50. They're teams with a lot of potential, could easily surprise us and have a great run, but either barely make it into the finals or just not at all. Fnatic, E36, All Gamers, Alcatia, Fusion, Twisted Minds, Go Next Esports, VK Gaming, JD Gaming, and Ronin. Fnatic.
Yeah, my goats. I'm a day one Fnatic fan.
I've been a day one Fnatic fan as well, but they have been struggling, dude. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on. On games where they're given an end game, they're given God spot, they just find a way to choke it. And it's just, I don't understand. It's just not Fnatic-like. These are teams that still have a lot of work to do and are still inconsistent at times, and are known to fold under pressure. Now, don't get me wrong, they've done pretty well in the Pro League regular season, but will it translate to the big stage? Not enough to win. Do you think Furia should be in CUD finals?
I think they should be in CUD finals.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I mean, Furia finished second in regional finals. Like
That's true.
You know, they had a rough start and then they just pulled through. I think they can. I think they'll make finals.
So you would put them in the finals?
No. I think in the CUD finals.
CUD finals?
Yeah.
There's still some inconsistencies and some, yeah. Let's bump up Furia to the good finals tier. Next is the finals tier. These are teams that I am convinced we will see in the finals. No doubt in my mind. Gen G, NRG, ROC Esports, Nose Fox, Navi, and Ninjas in Pajamas. These are teams that are very, very talented, and not that the other teams aren't, but they've proven themselves in Pro League and in scrims these last few weeks. And since they've been doing so well, they're going into the Esports World Cup with a lot of momentum. And these are teams that have the talent and could very, very well be crowned champions for the Esports World Cup. But in my opinion, unfortunately, we're not going to see one of these teams take it all at the Esports World Cup. And now, the winners tier. These are teams that have the best odds of winning it all. Alliance, Shopify Rebellion, Falcons, and 100 Thieves. Not only the most talented teams in the world, but they know what it's like to win. They've all been LAN champions before, so they know what it takes. They know how to deal with the pressure of a match point format LAN, which is the biggest game changer, because the difference between playing in a tournament from your home and playing on the big stage is purely up here. And the players who know the feeling of winning it all, and they know in their heads that they can close it out because they've done it before, it is a huge advantage, astronomical advantage that they have. Now, I know there are some people who are like, 100 Thieves? Really? Above Gen G? Above ROC? Above Nose Fox? Like, these are guys that during the Pro League regular season have been regional finals. Each player on this team has won a LAN, and two of them, Verhulst and Genburn, have won more than one LAN. So they know what it takes on the big stage. And as we saw at the Open LAN in New Orleans, they did do very well. Now, I added an extra tier called Dark Horse. These are teams that are, in my opinion, will surprise and will shock everybody. They're really a flip of the coin. But in my opinion, they're more than a flip of the coin. I think they will surprise, they will shock. And these teams are Sentinels, Team Nemesis, TSM, and Team Liquid. TSM because of Panic Apex. This is a player that, as you guys know, was accused of being a cheater. Everybody thought he was, and comes around, proves everybody wrong, does amazing at the Open LAN in New Orleans, and is picked up by TSM, and they've been doing fantastic. Team Nemesis finishing third in the EMEA Pro League regular season. Another really, really good team. Team Liquid with Yanya joining back with Jaguares and Neazul. Never actually closed it out on the big stage, but have always come so damn close. And Sentinels, dude. Sentinels. Those guys are mechanically really, really good. They have something special. These guys fly under the radar. They got picked up by Sentinels. I like them. I like the boys. Yeah. So it's going to be very exciting to see how everything unravels at the Esports World Cup next weekend in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So super excited to see how everything goes. Cameraman, prediction next weekend. Who do you think is going to win?
I got to go with NRG.
NRG, yeah?
My top three picks are NRG, NIP, and T-Law.
100 Thieves, Gen G, and T-Law. Those are my predictions for next weekend. Make sure to let me know what yours are, if you agree with the tier list and what you don't agree with. And as for me, that's it for today's episode of your #1 LGS morning show on the planet. Gotta finish my coffee. Until next week, take it easy. Like and subscribe.
Research.
Getting locked and loaded. Oh, the fucking AC, bruh. Nice. All right. Esports World Cup.